everybody, this is the Vikstrand. So, one thing that people probably knows about me at this point is that I don't like supernatural horror movies relying on cheap jump scares being released in January from Blumhouse Productions. I hate those kinds of movies, and when I saw the trailer for this one, it looked like yet another bad supernatural horror movies from WWE Studios of all fucking studios. And I said, nah, skipping this one. It took me quite a while, up until 2020, until I actually saw this movie. And I was most pleasantly surprised, I will say. Is it perfect? No. But is it one of the best horror movies that has been released over the past 15 years? Yes. Yes, it is. What's it about? Well, I shall tell you, because this movie we're gonna take a look at today is Oculus. Is released from mental institution after having been there for 11 years, believing that he has been responsible for the death of his parents. And he's met up by his sister, and she takes him home to their old family house because she has a surprise for him. She has bought this mirror. This is not just any old mirror. She believes that this mirror is cursed. If you look into it, you will see stuff you do not like. You will see stuff that isn't real, and it will make you do evil things and commit suicides and stuff like that. This mirror used to hang on the wall in the house when they were children, and she blames the mirror for driving their parents mad. It was not his fault, and that is why it is so important for her to prove that this mirror is evil. And apparently every person who has owned it has gone insane because of the mirror's evil power. And she's so determined to show this. That is also why she doesn't want to, destroy the mirror. She doesn't want to destroy the mirror simply because she wants to prove that it is in fact an evil mirror and that her brother had nothing to do with the death of their parents. She has been digging deep into this one while he has been incarcerated, and she has been spending all of this time, doing research and, prepping for this thing. She's going to prove that this mirror is haunted and that her brother was innocent of the things that they said he did. He has been spending all of his time in institution by convincing himself that he did it and that the mirror was not responsible at all. So we have a very, very specific dynamic here between the two siblings. And she has set up a bunch of security devices that's going to prevent them from going insane from the mirror's alleged evil powers, including a huge anchor that will smash the whole thing if they need to do that because they're going insane or something like that. It will be important later. So, stuff is happening, but is it really the mirror, or are they crazy? Or has she dug so deep into the lore of this mirror that she's the crazy one and he is the sane one of them? We shall see. We also intercut with what happened 10 years ago when tragedy struck their family. One thing this movie does better than almost any other modern horror movie is that they don't rely on jump scares. There is a jump scare here and there, but it isn't the focus of the movie. It is the psychological deduction and the theories that is going on, present day. And we do also see what happened 10 years ago when everything went to the shitters. I wish they could have had more with them in present time and less with the thing that happened 10 or 11 years ago. It wasn't as strong and it was not as fascinating as what's happening today. It is a really scary movie because it doesn't rely on the usual tropes that these supernatural horror movies usually have, and I was very, very thankful for it. There are some pacing issues here and there, and as I said, I would have wished that they could have had more, present day things going on. I didn't think the, past was as strong. It could have been, I don't know, it's 40-60 or something like that. I wish it could have been like 80-20 or something like that. And then of course we have the excellent ending, one of the best endings in a supernatural horror movie that I have ever seen. I thought it was really clever, I thought it was really excellent. I think that the acting is pretty damn good, and I think that the atmosphere this movie has is excellent. If you've never seen Oculus before, I would really recommend you to see it. If you are, a huge fan of supernatural horror movies, I think you will like this because it will be a little bit different than what you're used to. If you don't like that sort of movies, I think you will find things in this movie that you usually don't see, and you will be happy that you actually saw it. Is it perfect? No, but it is far superior to anything else that has been released the last 10 years or so. Hands down, the best thing about this movie is, of course, the research that they have done and the tests they're running, and of course, the weird dynamic between brothers and sisters, that the fact that he was the one who believed but now is a skeptic, and she was the skeptic that now fully believes. And the fact is that I didn't know where this one was going, and I love the fact how unpredictable this movie was. It really could have gone either way, and also I'm always going to look for certain before biting into an apple to assure myself that it isn't really an apple I'm biting in. Oh, Jesus Christ, that sequence. Oof. There are some tired tropes in this movie, and as I said, the flashbacks aren't as strong as the present day things, but I love how logical this movie was, and I give Oculus 76 points. I think this movie is excellent. I think this is a great horror movie and one of my favorite ones of the past decade. So I'll see you next time for so-and-so reviewing, such and such. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.